Hi, I'm Julie Vandermeulen, and this is HMCS Trillium. So this is a Flower class Corvette. It is a class of ships that was really common in World War II. They escorted convoys. It's a small ship, and still pretty large at minifig scale. Okay, so the details, we have the depth charge rack, which is kind of odd, the design here, because it doesn't quite work. The angles aren't good, but it turns out fine. So I really like the curve of the stern here, because so we have plates out and we have plates back and we have plates on the other side, which makes it really complicated curve. But it turned out pretty good. So we have the armaments of this thing. We have a few machine guns. We have a pom-pom gun. We have these 20mm Oerlikons and a 3-inch main gun. So it's not a ship that you'd be attacking battleships with, mostly for submarines. So yeah, this was a really common class of ship. I wanted to build this one after visiting HMCS Sackville in Halifax, which is the last remaining one of this class. Yeah.
Very nice. And I noticed you got kind of almost a camo type pattern on here. Is that something you kind of came up with yourself, or you're trying to keep that as accurate as possible?
Yeah, so this class of ship often had really strange camo patterns. This one's not quite accurate. They were often a white with medium blue. I didn't want to do white, so I did the gray with the medium blue. The dark tan, it was initially a placeholder for sand green, but I decided I liked the color afterwards, so that stayed, and it looks pretty cool to me.
And what's the structure on the inside of this like?
There's a lot of Duplo. There's also soccer plates from the series. I can pull this off.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So you got some of those old soccer pieces.
Don't worry about that later. So yeah, that's just, big parts that fill up space.
And you need something like that with this build, I imagine, just so you aren't filling it with like your brick from your collection down there.
Yeah, I start running out of 2x4s really quick if I try and do that.
Yeah, that's very true. So you've got several really great ships here. Is this some ships you've been building for a while? Have you always been building ships, or is this something you really enjoy building in?
Yeah, I've always been building ships. After I started with Coast Guard ships because I had lots of red, and moved on to the military ships because it was interesting to me.